All right, let's talk about a problem that I know every single one of us is dealing with. That feeling of being completely buried by information online. So how do we get from this absolute flood of data to insights that actually mean something? Let's get into it.
And this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? We're past the information age. The problem isn't finding stuff anymore. It's that we're literally drowning in it. And that feeling, that sense of being totally overwhelmed, that's the core issue we're going to unpack today.
So, how on earth did we get here? To really get it, we've got to rewind a bit and look at how the internet's whole identity has kind of morphed over time.
Think about it like this. The early internet was sold to us as this amazing global library. You know, a quiet, organized place where all of human knowledge was at our fingertips. But what we have today? It feels a lot more like a noisy marketplace. It's chaotic, it's loud, it's full of people trying to sell you stuff, and it's just a lot. And that's a huge change in how we find and think about information.
And that one change, it flips the entire script. In this noisy marketplace, getting information is the easy part. The real skill, the modern superpower really, is being able to tell what's valuable, what's true, and what's just garbage. It's not about access anymore. It's all about discernment.
For a long time, right, search engines were our trusty guides through this marketplace. But, and it's a big but, they came with their own baggage. We've all seen it. Search results can be gamed by SEO, they can trap us in these little echo chambers where we only hear what we already believe, and they often reward crazy, sensational headlines over actual quality information.
Just when we were getting fed up with the old way, a totally new player walked onto the field. It promised a shortcut through all that noise, the large language model, or what we all just call LLMs.
And the promise of this new player, well, it was bold. It basically looked at the old way of doing things, getting a list of 10 blue links, and asked a really simple, powerful question. Why are you digging through all that when I can just tell you the answer? It's a completely different way of thinking about search.
So what are their superpowers? It really boils down to three incredible things. First, they can take a super long, complicated article and just boil it down to the main points. Second, they can pull ideas from totally different places and weave them together into one story. And third, you can talk to them, ask follow-up questions, and filter your way down to exactly what you need. It's pretty amazing.
Okay, so LLMs sound amazing, right? A total game changer. But, and you knew there was a but coming, this shortcut isn't the whole story. The real secret isn't picking one tool over the other. It's about finding the best of both worlds.
And this is why just blindly trusting that shortcut can be, well, a really bad idea. These models can hallucinate, which is a nice way of saying they just make stuff up, but with total confidence. They often don't tell you where they got their information, so you can't check it, and they can be out of date, completely missing the latest news.
And beyond the tech glitches, there's a much, much deeper problem brewing. Think about it. If we all just get our answers from an AI and we stop clicking on the links to the original articles, websites, and creators, how do those people get paid? The whole system that creates quality information could start to fall apart.
So this is where it all comes together. It's not about picking sides, search versus LLMs. It's about getting smart and using them together. Search is still incredible for up-to-the-minute info and for showing you the original source, and LLMs are brilliant at summarizing and having that back-and-forth conversation. The future is a hybrid of the two.
Okay, that's the big picture. But what about you and me? How do we actually use this stuff to our advantage and navigate this new world without getting lost? What are the practical things we can do?
Here's a simple 4-part playbook for this new era. First, always triangulate. If an AI gives you a cool fact, go find the original sources and double-check it. Second, if you're a creator, structure your content clearly. AIs and search engines love that. This actually creates a new skill, LLM search optimization, basically making your work easy for bots to understand. And finally, find your own balance. Use the AI for the quick summary, but for anything important, go deep and read the source material yourself.
When you really step back and look at all this, you realize the biggest change isn't the technology itself. It's us. It's a cultural shift in how we make sense of the world. For hundreds of years, we were the ones who had to connect the dots. Now, for the first time, we have a machine that offers to do the connecting for us.
And that leaves us with the million-dollar question for our future. Are these tools going to help us become smarter, more critical thinkers? Or are we slowly going to outsource our own judgment to a machine?
The honest answer is, we don't know yet. It's going to be defined by the choices that all of us make every day in this new over-informed world. Thanks for tuning in.